So I'm here to talk about the omni-channel trends. The reason I think I'm qualified to talk about it is I've been doing this for 16 years now and started in US during the early dot-com days. And I have seen how this small function, back office function called order management got transformed into this so-called omni-channel order management. Okay. So I'll start. Okay, first let's establish what omni-channel order management is. Yeah? Okay. So there are multiple ways to place an order. So you have been hearing that for last 2 days. I'm not going to explain all that to you. And there are multiple ways to fulfill the order, right? And you have your ERP system managing your financials, and you have your WMS system doing your pick, pack, ship, and you have multitude of technical solutions that's running on the ordering side, right? So what order management does to you is it makes it transparent to the fulfillment systems, the complexity on the ordering side, and it does the reverse as well. Meaning like it makes it transparent to the fulfillment channels where the orders are coming from. Okay? Right. So effectively, if I have to finish this slide with a buzzword, it facilitates or it creates a foundation for allowing the customer to buy anywhere, for the retailers to fulfill anywhere, and the customers to return anywhere. Okay? Right. So I am going to talk about 3 things today. One is inventory and fulfillment. The second one is availability. And the third one is order promising. Okay? And I have 11 minutes. I'll start now. Are you ready? Okay. Right. So inventory and fulfillment. I started as a C++ developer in US back in 2000, okay? So during the early dot-com days, the brick and mortar retailers were not sure about what this e-commerce animal is, okay? So almost most of the US retailers went for a 3PL based fulfillment for the e-commerce orders, meaning they didn't want to disturb their brick and mortar business. So they went for a 3PL like DHL and then replenished the stock there and made them do the pick, pack and ship for all the e-commerce orders, okay? So once they saw some good results on that, they slowly went towards their own stock and then they opened up the dropship vendor stock. Yeah. Now, over the last 16 years, when we do solutions for Europe, UK, and North America, we do all kind of things, right? So we use store as one of the fulfillment channels. We create hub and spoke model, and then we transfer stock between the stores. And then we take control of the backroom stock, right? And use it more or less like a DC, and then create fulfillment solutions based on that. And for customer-centric retailer, to give them one delivery per order, we merge the orders into a single location and ship it out of that location to the customer. Okay? So what are the key requirements as we see based on the today's trend, right? Sharing stock is one of the key requirements because now there are multiple channels or multiple businesses competing for the same stock, right? So we don't want to write off stock in one place while the other place is going out of stock, right? So sharing is very important. When we say sharing, immediately the segmentation comes into play, right? Once I share, I don't want one channel to steal all the stock. So I need some way of segmenting the stock or ring fencing the stock for a specific channel. And then safety factor comes into play because when I'm doing a store stock based fulfillment, there are customers running in the store, taking the stock away. So I need to make sure that I'm not over-promising on my e-commerce channels. Variants, right? So earlier, we used to take a feed from the ERP system and do the e-commerce solutions, right? But now I have to promise based on the variants. So at an earlier stage, I have to show that how many rings I have. When the customer drills down, then I'll show how many medium-sized rings I have, right? So we need solutions for that. And then GTIN in grocery industry, like the same item can be identified by 2 identifiers. but the stock holding unit will be just one identifier. So we need to solve problems like that, right? High volume because all the orders are coming into one centralized location. Right? So the next one I'm going to talk about is availability, right? So when I say availability, what I'm talking about is the stock that's calculated and published to the websites from the centralized order management system. Okay. So what we used to do in early e-commerce days is we used to send indicators to the websites, like highly available, medium availability, or low availability, right? So what we are doing now is much more sophisticated. Say, for example, Argos in UK, on the product list page, they want to say how much the customer can collect from their nearby store. So we don't want a catch-all availability to the website. We need to give them a availability that's personalized for the customer, right? And inventory velocity, right? So American fridge freezer, when I have 5 units, that's much bigger than 20 Harry Potter's book I may have. So it's not about the quantity, it's about the velocity. So that's one of the key requirements we are seeing, especially in North America and UK and Europe now, right? Okay. So what is available for me? Region-based availability, meaning like based on the customer's postcode, I have to say what is available for that customer to pick up or for that customers to order for home delivery. So delivery based and fast and shared availability. So this is mainly like a technical thing, right? So when I have multiple technologies serving my ordering channels, I need a shared availability cache that can be accessed by all those technical channels. Okay. So now I'll move on to the order promising part. Okay. So earlier, it used to be as simple as ship it from the nearest location to the customer, ship based on the priority, or ship based on the current and future stock that's available for fulfillment. So now, it's not just about the stock, right? Say, for example, in some of the retailers in UK, though I may have a lot of units on the store will say don't allow more than 20 collections on a particular day, because that impacts the customers in the store. The store colleagues are not able to support the customers in the store, right? So we need a solution that can manage all these things while promising the order from an e-commerce. Okay, so earlier it used to be all about products, okay? So now we need a solution that can address the services requirements. So one of the services we do is provided services. Say for electronic retailers, we sell a TV and we also sell an installation service along with the TV, right? And delivery services is like a slotted delivery to the customer. So we'll have like based on the resources I have to do a slotted delivery, we need a system and a solution to manage, to fulfill those delivery services. Okay, so one of the things that we have done in the recent implementations is intelligent promising, okay? Say for example, one of the leading retailers in UK, they wanted to source from a location not based on the quantity, not based on the cost, but based on the financial cost, meaning they want to avoid the write-offs, okay? So they partnered with this data science company and they generated the cost factors, and from an order management solution, what we did was use those cost factors to source from the location which is best from a financial perspective, where I can avoid the write-offs. Right. So I have 3 more minutes. So to do all this, one of the questions you may have in mind is how long it will take, how easy it is to do all this, and how much it will cost, right? So I don't have a proposal for each one of you here, but I'll give you some indication. So GSOT stands for Grand Scheme of Things. That's the company I represent. And these are the customers we work with, right? So the reason I'm showing all the customers I worked with is, we know the one size doesn't fit all, okay? So when we automate or expedite an implementation, we need to make sure that we take the subjective requirement of a retailer into consideration. Right. So what we have created is IBM Sterling-based solution that takes all the best practices and creates an omni-channel platform for you that can be deployed in 23 weeks. So the way we have done that is, we have taken the common denominator requirements from all the retail implementations that we have been doing in the last 16 years, right? And then we have tried to automate it by taking the inputs from the retailer and then creating a starter pack for the implementation on top of IBM Sterling and expedite the speed of implementation, guarantee the quality because this is road tested, right? And also automate a lot of things that is repeated on each and every implementation. Okay? Right. So I'm not sure how well I conveyed what I wanted to say. I'll just summarize 3 points, right? If you want to do omni-channel, the first most important bit on the omni-channel is omni-channel order management, because that's like the heart, right? Otherwise, you have to bastardize all the systems around order management. So you have to put more logic on the front end, you have to put more logic on the WMS or the ERP, right? And I hope, if I haven't conveyed, I want to state it. The best order management is IBM Sterling order management. Okay. The first thing is, order management is very important. So I encourage you all to go with order management first for omni-channel. The second one is, it's important that you select IBM Sterling as an order management because it's been around for 16 years, used by 200 plus retailers. The third thing, which is the most important, is you use GSOT for implementing IBM Sterling order management. Okay? Thank you very much.